trimester. We've made it to the end of this chunk of time in this pregnancy and in your journey. I think some people will document this time as like the end of a marathon, when truly I think that this is just like the changeover in a triathlon, right? You get out of the water, you jump on the bike. This is that you're getting close to getting out of the water and jumping on the bike. It's not that you're done, it's just a change in priorities and a change in what this time will look like for you, which is super exciting. People will slow down during a pregnancy at different times. Some people slow down early in the 20s and 30 weeks, and things just don't feel the way that they used to pre-pregnancy, and so they start to slow down, and that's okay. Some people slow down closer to 38, 40 weeks. That's also totally okay. You just need to listen to your body. The goal with activity in the third trimester is to just keep moving in ways that feel good to you. If strength training still feels good, please keep strength training. If strength training no longer feels good, but it did before, can we drop down to bodyweight movements? If you were doing bodyweight movements and that no longer feels good, can we do some yoga? Can we walk? Can we do something? Can we stretch? The reason being is that movement and staying upright and leaning forward helps baby's head to get into your pelvic bowl more optimally. The more that baby can get into that pelvic bowl optimally, the more optimal, the faster that labor can go. Obviously, it's not a perfect science, but we know that baby has to move down eventually. And so if we can start encouraging that in the third trimester by staying upright and leaning forward, even sitting on a yoga ball can be really great. You just want to make sure that we're not leaning back too much of the time, although that is really beneficial to like lean back and relax. You just want to make sure that you're getting that movement and staying upright, leaning forward as much as it feels good to you and as much as you can. So the goal is to just keep moving. Just keep moving however it feels good to you. Obviously, within reason, we're not saying to hit 20,000 steps or work out 7 days a week, but within reason, just keep moving. This is a great time to start asking a physical therapist about perineal massages. Perineal massage is something that is a very individual and intimate thing, and it's really important to do because there's a lot of studies that show that it drastically reduces risk of perineal tears. It also drastically reduces the risk for episiotomies, or it decreases the rate of episiotomies if you do practice this starting from third trimester up until like 37 weeks on. So that's something to ask a physical therapist about. Now, weight changes during this third trimester. This is where two things are going to happen. One, your weight is going to potentially pick up. So you'll start to notice a big increase in your weight trend. And this is because baby can put on like a pound per week here in the third trimester, especially towards the end. The other thing that might happen with your weight, and this is something that I've seen in practice with a lot of my clients, is that your weight fluctuations are going to increase. So if you tend to like fluctuate between 1 to 2 pounds and all of a sudden you're like 5 pounds down, up, down, 5 pounds up and down, that's normal because your joints and your fluid retention are all changing in order to help your hips to loosen and widen to prepare your birth canal so that your baby can come out. And so that's really a good thing. I have seen in practice multiple times that women's weight fluctuations pick up, and their weight 3 weeks before labor is like all over the place. They're like, what the heck? Like, this is so not normal. And then they go into labor. That's usually pretty correlated. So just know that those two changes can happen. That's totally to be expected. It's just good to think about it, right? We want you to be gaining weight in this time because you gaining weight means baby's gaining weight. So at this point in time, we want to make sure that we're supporting that weight gain and not freaking out about it. We know that it's temporary and things are about to change. Mentally, one last thing that I will say, and this is where my passion really comes in here, is like thinking about the labor prep. Yes, make sure you have the onesies and the diapers and the wipes and the pump or whatever, but like start to visualize, if you're not already, how do you want your labor and delivery process to go? How do you want to feel? How involved do you want to be in the process? How involved do you want your labor partner to be in the process? Thinking through that and being ready to be flexible, right? But thinking through that visualization, what is it going to look like when you are pushing? What is it going to look like when they hand you your baby for the first time? That visualization is powerful. Also, if you're not doing your freezer prep, please, please, please do your freezer prep. So thinking about that like labor prep and delivery prep as well. So keep moving as much as you can. Prep for labor physically, mentally. Know that your weight is going to and should change because we love a growing baby. And just be enjoying these last few weeks. I find a lot of the time, especially first time moms who tend to go 7 to 10 days late, a lot of times freak out that they're not like, giving birth on their labor or or not in labor, excuse me, on their due date. Enjoy this time. Enjoy the quiet, enjoy the relaxation, because it goes so quickly and it's really a fun time in this like waiting period. So, super excited. Let me know what questions you may have.